Men's Hair Now. If you are a person who is bald or going bald, you must pay attention. Men's Hair Now can do the trick. I have a photograph here of a woman client. This woman looks like she's some kind of actress or something.
Now, wouldn't that be terrible if an actress went bald?
Well, actually, she's it says, Howard, this woman is a Men's Hair Now client. And she's on a set of a movie getting made up. Take a look at this, Robin. Hey, Fred, just press this up against the glass so Robin can see it. Very beautiful woman.
Gorgeous girl. Young.
Yeah. Now,
I was thinking of an older woman.
Yeah. Which one do you think is the client? The makeup girl or the...
No.
I
think the client is the actress.
Men's Hair Now is a remarkable company. They have come up with something called the Dermabond technique. It's the ultimate in hair recovery. And Men's Hair Now deals with hair loss in an entirely different way from anyone else because of the exclusive Dermabond technique. And it really is the ultimate in hair recovery. We saw it for ourselves, Robin, when we had 4 guys come down here. 3 of them had their own hair. 1 of them had the Dermabond process by Men's Hair Now. And we could not tell who had the fake hair. You know. But to me...
It doesn't look fake.
It just isn't fake. It's just real. You got to see it to believe it. It's great. And once again, I'm saying, if you want to see Men's Hair Now and you want to see the Dermabond process, they say, look, we'll send you a free brochure and a consultation. The consultation is free because we just want to show off a little bit and let you build your confidence. There's no reason to be bald. No reason whatsoever. But if you're going to make the commitment, you got to go to the right company. And the right company is Men's Hair Now. Dial 1-800-835-HAIR. For men and women, call 1-800-835-HAIR. If you call that number, you'll at least get the free consultation. And you'll go down and see for yourself what I'm talking about. It's virtually undetectable. 1-800-835-HAIR. Pick up the phone now. If you're losing your hair, pick up the phone and dial 1-800-835-HAIR.
92.3 back.
All right, why don't you let Melrose Larry Green from Los Angeles. I found him outside the building today. And he seems to be more out of it than usual. He was like rambling and stuff. It was like real annoying. Oh, there he is, Melrose Larry Green. Hey, Melrose.
Good morning, Howard.
He seems mellow now.
Yeah, because he's exhausted now. He gets a hold of me and he just like starts just rambling. What were you rambling about? Me being the mayor?
Yeah, you ought to be mayor. Yeah, I think. Let me say first of all.
Are you medicated today? Seriously,
no, I'm into meditation now.
No, really, because like one of your eyes is like closing. And did you notice that?
I've been on a plane all night. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So what'd you do? What'd you fly in for? Just to?
No, I'm going to run in the run on Sunday at the Central Park.
Oh,
with Gary?
Yeah.
With Bob Fohe?
The K-Rock Reservoir Run. Yeah.
You know, as kooky as Larry is, he is an incredible runner. He runs marathons.
Yeah, he's like one of those runners that doesn't look good from running, like he's like emaciated.
Like Clinton, yeah.
He ran the marathon.
No, not like Clinton. Clinton's fat, at least. You're like emaciated and you look unhealthy.
He ran last year's marathon holding your signs up like most of the way.
Will you be doing that again?
Yes, I have different signs this year.
What do you got this year?
Well, I've got one of Melrose Larry Green's poll for voters. One, Dinkins 4%, Giuliani 20%, Howard Stern 70%, and I don't know 1%.
You want to know something? If the people of New York elect me mayor, I will serve.
You will serve.
I will serve, absolutely.
You're
kidding around, and you're a bit of a mental case, if you don't mind me saying it.
It's okay.
But if someone took it seriously, I think I could clean up New York City very easily. And if I am written in, I will run.
I think you'd be an excellent mayor. You know how...
You could still do the radio show?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
I could listen. I'm not lame like Mayor Dinkins. I can do more than 2 things at once.
Every other mayor does a radio show.
Right. Why shouldn't I?
You know, having run for mayor...
After the radio show, though, I'll devote full energies to the
mayor's office.
Till 8 o'clock, and then I'll go to bed.
Exactly. I think you'd be an excellent mayor. And, you know, Howard, a lot's happened in the last year, and I really have to apologize to you and to you for calling up so many times and being a nudnik. And it's a new Melrose Larry Green. I got some therapy, some counseling.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, I really did. Because what happens...
What sent you to therapy?
Well, what happens, it's such a thrill. It's only probably... maybe comparable.
None of this rings true with him. I always think he's doing shtick.
Yeah. No, it's not shtick. This is the honest-to-God Larry Greenblatt talking. I moved to L.A. in 1980 to be a comic, and for 12 years I failed.
Right.
I mean, I would go up at 1 in the morning, and that was a good time. And you were the first person who ever believed in me, and it really got to my head. And after a few months of not being on the air, you become very humble.
Right.
And you are a great guy. And I'll tell you something. All those out there that think they haven't made, you're only as good as your last Howard Stern show.
Right. All right. Well, there he is, Melrose Larry Green. And you're
Did
in
you
town.
understand that?
Yeah, I think I did.
No.
I think he used to get on the air with us a lot, and then finally we got so sick of him that we didn't have him on for a real long time.
Okay.
Right.
And it freaked him out.
Everyone in L.A. knows who I am. I ran for mayor, and I worked really hard to get this guy elected mayor of L.A. I pulled out of the race to endorse him. I never heard from Reardon ever again.
Really?
That's right.
Well,
that's right. He said to me, I wish I was endorsed by Howard Stern. Just want to get elected. And where am I? I'm back here on vacation for a week, and I'll be here every day holding up my signs. And Howard, I know it sounds corny. It's not shtick, but I can't thank you enough. And I really think I speak for all of America. I'm just a regular guy. And the thrills that you provide to all of us all over the country. And, by the way, you're going to be in Florida soon. My mother sent me a copy of the Miami Herald.
That's correct.
And we're really looking forward to seeing you in Florida. Now I can go to my mother's house and not just get yelled at.
All right. Well, there you go. You know what? You've humbled yourself. You did much better. And I'll tell you something. I accept everything you said, and as heartfelt. And it's good to see you. Do me a favor. Don't hang around so much, though, all right? It disturbs me when I see you in the morning.
Okay, I won't. But there are two people that I do want to thank out of L.A. Who made me stable.
Right.
Can I mention their names? They're on the station in L.A.
No, I'll tell you why you can't.
Okay.
See, because, I love these guys. I put you on the air. Now everybody wants me. Well, that's why you're not on the air with me anymore. It's annoying. Everyone's sick of you because you go on these other shows.
No, but they're not other shows. Anyway.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now you pissed me off. Get out. You'll be on another 7 months.
It'll be worth the wait.
All right, Melrose Larry Green. And what are you going to do? You're going to stand outside the building with that sign today?
Well, now it's prime time. Getting on at 9 o'clock. This is like having my own series.
Right. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? You going to stand outside?
Yeah, I'm going to look for dice or something. I mean, I really feel... He was a client of mine, by the way, years ago, before he was famous.
Right. You told me that 100 times.
Last year...
Melrose Larry was an accountant.
What? Still am.
Oh, you still are?
I brought some returns with me.
Yeah?
I'm at the Edison Hotel for the...
Why are you announcing that?
For who?
For anybody that wants to hang out with me. What can I say? I'm here for a week, all alone.
Right.
Last year...
no, you really...
I'm all alone.
This is your vacation.
This is my vacation, yeah.
Melrose Larry Green. So if anyone wants to hang around with Melrose Larry Green... Are you single?
I have a girlfriend. It's another thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I have a girlfriend now. She loves you more than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you ever bring her in?
She's in L.A.
That's not that blonde that you have on your TV show, is it?
No. She died already, I think. She was diabetic.
Oh, really? She died?
I think she died. Well, she doesn't call me anymore. Maybe she just doesn't like me, but...
Howard, last year Larry came in for the same event, and, he hangs out outside the whole time. So I walked out, and Larry started walking with me. Well, it was fun, and we started to chat, and I was walking home, and we walked through Central Park, and we chatted some more, and he was just going right with me.
Because he's a disturbing-looking guy. And he's not only disturbing-looking, but, you'd say, hey, maybe the guy isn't crazy, like maybe he knows what he's doing. But this guy literally will stand outside for a week with a sign.
Oh, yeah.
And that's bordering on insanity.
That's why I'm wondering who this woman is who's now with him.
We wake up at 3 in the morning to hear you in L.A.
Right.
And, the worst thing in the world is 5 to 6 in Los Angeles, because that's when we stop hearing you live.
Right.
And it's like our day is starting, and you're just getting into your prime time, and it's the most depressing feeling in the world of 5 to 6.
What is that,
I was going to say, so Larry and I walked all through Central Park. We walked, and ironically enough, I left them at the Dakota.
Right.
And I said, Larry, I have to stop here because I want to go home, and I don't want you to know where I live.
Right.
Well, I've overstepped my welcome into Robin's News Time.
Right.
And All see you all Sunday at the K-Rock Run, and I think it's important that we support the reservoir in K-Rock.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was I
very good. Yeah, you were good. All right, Melrose Larry Green.
About 7 or 8 months.
All right, good.
I won't be a nudnik.
All right, Melrose Larry.
My apologies. This is like going to
All right,
the
get
Pope.
out now. Now it's enough.
Yes, okay,
all right. All right, Melrose Larry Green.
Great. Oh, thank you.
You were great.
Thank you so much, Howard.
What do those signs say?
There are different ones.
What is that hanging around his waist?
That's his pocketbook.
Oh.
He carries a pocketbook like a fagula.
Hey, J. Thomas.
Hey, J. Thomas.
I have a sign for myself. But I'm
all right.
on that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. See you later. Fred, good to see you.
See you, buddy. There you go. Melrose Larry Green, everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I always get this weird feeling after talking to him.
Yeah, you just feel like all humanity is going downhill. Let me take a break, and I'll be back. I got a KKK message, and we got the news.
A new one?
Yeah, right after these words.
You're listening to the only guy who can answer the female questions on Jeopardy, Howard Stern. 92.3 K-Rock.
Where's Robin? I need her help on this one. This is very complicated. Explain to you what this is. This is a new way to buy a used car. Everybody hates buying a used car. I'll tell you why you hate buying a used car, because you can't stand the fact that it's not like buying a new car. Buying a new car is so easy. You get a warranty. You know that the car has, it just has, it doesn't have to be gone over 900 times by a mechanic. You know what I mean? It's a new car. Something great about buying a new car. And when you go to buy a used car, you wish it could be the same experience. Well, what they've done over at EMCO, they've attempted to make buying a used car like a new car. I hope this gets through to you, because I think this is totally unique. First of all, imagine a used car that comes with 100% no questions asked money back guarantee with no fine print. I think that's great. 100% guarantee. At EMCO, the area's largest retailer of new and used vehicles, it's part of their pledge to customer satisfaction. Now, you always hear about used car dealers, and they're always pledging satisfaction and all this kind of thing, but EMCO's really backing it up. First of all, what they do is let's say a car comes into them. What they do is, if they decide to sell it, they fix it up. They fix it up to the point where they feel it is almost like a brand new car, and then they send it out for independent inspection. Now, what do I mean by independent inspection? It costs EMCO a lot of money to send each car over to an independent inspector, who then puts a seal of approval on the car. They have to spend on each car a couple of $100 just to get each car inspected, Robin. Do you understand that?
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
All right, an independent inspection. And after that, if any problems are found, they're fixed. Each vehicle is reconditioned and certified by EMCO's professionally trained technicians, ensuring only the finest quality cars are sold. Then, every fully certified vehicle comes with a 6-month, 6,000-mile limited warranty included in the price at no additional cost to you. Isn't that the same warranty you get on a new car?
Yep.
Well, there it is. It's just like buying a new car. There's a 15-day, 1,000-mile unconditional money-back guarantee. Take the car for 15 days.
I don't think you even get that with a new car.
You don't. This is why they are trying to eliminate the frustration of the public about buying a used car.
Well, used car dealerships have gotten such a bad reputation.
That's why they have to do this.
These are the lengths you have to go to reassure people.
I know the guys at EMCO. I had over an hour meeting with them, and believe me, that was not easy. We sat there and they said, Howard, please describe to your audience that we really are committed to changing the concept of used car dealers and buying used cars. We really want it to be like buying a new car, and I think they've done it. Here's the number in case you don't know where the EMCO dealer is near you. 1-800-809-AUTO. 1-800-809-AUTO. And look for the EMCO security blanket seal on the next used vehicle you buy. If it's not there, you're not covered. EMCO.
92.3 K-Rock. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Okay, dude. Want to hear the KK message first, or you want to just get right into news?
Well, we haven't had a KKK message for a long time. Daniel must be on fire.
Yeah, Daniel Carver from the Ku Klux Klan checking in with his message. We started calling this number a couple of years ago and have been entertained by it ever since. Because we start to learn the politics of hate, don't we, Robin?
Yes, we do.
We learn.
Everybody needed to study it.
We, of course, tell everyone they should get along together, but if you can't, you might as well laugh at this.
Saturday, July the 24th, there will be a Klan rally and a march through Rome, Georgia. The march will start at 1 o'clock p.m. at the Trust Company Bank on East 1st Street. And then there will be a demonstration at the courthouse on East 4th Street, and a rally will follow. There will be many speakers to tell you the truth about niggers, Mexicans, AIDS, and faggots. Preachers will not tell the truth. Here in Gainesville, Georgia, we just had last week another preacher, school teacher, convicted of sexual assault against female students. Many of our preachers, teachers, police are sexual perverts. Our district attorney, Andy Fuller, once described a state trooper charged with rape in Gainesville as being like a shark in the water, waiting for his next victim. This nigger state trooper was convicted of raping white women and is now in prison.
Very political today, huh? A lot of things going on in Daniel's neighborhood.
Yeah, he's, very philosophical today.
I thought you go down to Gainesville to relax and get away from big city life. A lot of raping. What are the niggers and faggots?
Big city crime.
Niggers, faggots.
Niggers and Mexicans.
Faggots. AIDS victims.
And the AIDS and our perverted Baptist ministers or whatever.
Many more of our so-called leaders are also sharks in the water. Are your daughters safe in school? Was Nigger Trooper the only one? I think not. There are many more. And these perverts are hardest to catch and convict. Keep your eyes and ears open. I first complained about in 1986. He was convicted in 1993. Guess how many of your daughters he abused during these 7 years that nobody believed? Daniel Carver. Don't forget the rally Saturday, July the 24th in Rome, Georgia. The march and demonstration will be at the courthouse at 1 o'clock p.m.
Whoops. All right, well, there you go.
Shirt on the tape there.
A lot going on there. We hadn't heard from him in like 6 months.
Just imagine that he knew this state trooper was a problem 6 years or 7 years
1986
before he was caught. And nobody would listen to Daniel.
He should be with the FBI. Anyway, Robin, what's in the news?
Well, there's a happy family somewhere, Howard.
Not in Georgia.
Remember John Demjanjuk, the guy that was an auto worker here in the States, was deported to Israel to stand trial as Ivan the Terrible?
Yeah.
A prison guard in the Treblinka concentration camp.
The guy who looked like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Right. And he stood trial, you know, and you saw him standing in that little box, and all these people would get up on the stand and say, yes, that is Ivan the Terrible. I remember when he spit in my face and pushed me into an oven and all that stuff.
Right.
Well, yesterday, the Israeli High Court said that there is considerable evidence, or at least things prove that, or evidence that throws into question whether John Demjanjuk is actually Ivan the Terrible.
So he got off?
So they threw out his conviction and his sentence. You know, he was sentenced to death for his crimes.
So what's it like when you've been sentenced to death for being Ivan the Terrible? How do you go back to your job?
You can't. First of all, he was deported from the United States. There was an immediate deportation order from Israel issued on his behalf, but where does he go now? He used to be a U.S. citizen, and he doesn't have his citizenship anymore.
They won't let him have it back since he was found innocent?
No, that doesn't automatically happen. Somebody would have to go to, you know, those authorities who issue such things and make an appeal on his behalf, and then they'd have to have a hearing, and then they'd have to decide. So at this point in time, he was just immediately surrounded by guards and taken back to prison because his life isn't safe in Israel, even with an acquittal. So. Yeah.
Well, that's a shocker.
This is one guy whose life has been screwed up completely.
Because he's pissed. But don't you think...
They said his expression didn't even change when...
yeah, I saw him on the news.
They exonerated him.
It didn't. It was like weird. You wanted him to burst out, but it's like he's probably saying my life's ruined anyway.
Yeah.
So what am I? What am I going to be happy
Everybody's
about?
still going to think I'm Ivan the Terrible. I can't walk down the street. You know, it's not like they can just let me go.
Because I still believe he's Ivan the Terrible, even though I don't know anything about the case.
Well, we made a lot of jokes at his expense.
Yeah. Who knew? Who knew he was around? Well, all right.
So anyway, here's the Chief Justice of the Israeli court, Meir Shamgar.
Meir Shamgar.
Announcing his innocence.
We acquit the appellant on grounds of doubt of the charges attributed to him in the indictment sheet, which pertain to his identity and actions in the extermination camp Treblinka, as the person referred to in this camp as a Wachman, known as Ivan the Terrible.
Hey, he's got to be pretty fascinated by that Israeli legal system. You thought the Jews were going to fry that guy just because they needed someone to fry.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he got off.
Yeah.
They needed an Ivan the Terrible, and
yeah, they needed
he was there.
Because there's no more Nazis left. I mean, there's no more Nazis from that era left.
Well, they're saying this is probably the last big trial we'll ever see.
Yeah, it's hard to find those guys.
They didn't even hit a home run on it.
Most of those guys are like 117 years old.
Yeah, to find one living and breathing and...
I still think Hitler's alive somewhere.
A good candidate for the death penalty.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find. So anyway, he slips off the hook. There are some people, there are 5 people who took the stand and who said they were eyewitnesses to his atrocities, who looked him in the eye and all declared that, yes, he was the guy. Right. Now, they say he probably was a prison guard in Treblinka, but they can't really attribute any war crimes to him.
Right.
So he gets off, but where he goes and what happens to his life now, that's up to question.
What else is in the news, Robin?
Today is probably the day that Ruth Bader Ginsburg will be confirmed as a justice of the Supreme Court. She's been being interviewed by the Senate Judiciary Committee, did very swimmingly there, and now it'll come up before a vote.
I dig the bitch.
The whole
I love her.
You referring to the...
Yes, I dig her. I like her. She's straightforward.
Nominee as the bitch?
Oh, everyone does. Oh, yeah, everyone does. Oh, is that wrong?
I think so.
You're making me feel guilty for saying it. No, I love her. I love the bitch. She is a great gal, and she's doing a good job up there. She's just telling it like it is.
This woman is a grandmother.
Right. And that's another good credential.
Not a bitch. Oh, boy.
You think it's wrong to say that?
Yes.
All right, I'm only kidding.
A little respect. You know how you're always saying, I can't believe they called the president Slick Willie?
Yeah.
And for you to turn around...
I'm just kidding. Come on.
Call a justice of the Supreme
Court
the
You're
bitch.
right. You're right. I just thought it was funny. Isn't that what Clarence Thomas calls her?
Anything for a joke?
Yeah, anything. I never stop. I always go too far. But she's good. She went up there. They asked her about abortion, and she said, I'm for abortion. Simple answer.
None of you guys' business is what she said.
Yeah, you guys have nothing to do with this. This is about a woman and her body. Fantastic. And a lot of interesting things to say about free speech. Very good. Very impressive. Very impressive. I'm happy.
Well, I'm glad you're so happy. John Cougar Mellencamp is going to do a series of benefit concerts to help the flood victims of the Midwest, Howard.
Right. Boy, his career really is going great.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Did he forget how to write a hit?
All proceeds from the $10 tickets for the sold-out shows will go to help people who have been devastated by the rampaging waters of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. He held a news conference yesterday in Chicago to announce the concert, and here's what he had to say.
I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to do this because I'm very fortunate. I've been making records for 20 years, and basically from the support of the people in the Midwest.
He's what? One of the people of the Midwest?
He's from the support of the people in the Midwest.
All right.
I guess his records sold mostly in the Midwest.
Yeah, some PR guy told him to do this. Believe me.
He says he lives in Indiana, and he talks about how he got involved in the flood victim relief effort.
Part of the reason I got involved is that I know a few people who live in those areas, and plus, it was just on the news continuously, and I kind of wondered why, it was so dry where I was at.
That's something to think about.
He's wondering about, well, he has a lot of free time to wonder.
Why is it
$10 a ticket. I wonder if anybody bought it.
No, they're sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah.
What else is in the news?
Richard Daley, who is the mayor of Chicago, was so overwhelmed by Mellencamp's generosity that he made him an honorary citizen.
Oh, big deal. I thought you said he performed sodomy on him or something. Now, that's a guy who's grateful. What did he do?
He made him an honorary citizen of Chicago.
John Mellencamp didn't wait to be asked. He saw a need and he reached out to help. For being a good neighbor and for setting an example for young people throughout our country, I am proud, John, to make you an honorary citizen of the great heartland of the city of Chicago. I'd like to present this certificate to you, John, making you an honorary citizen of our wonderful city.
So what does that get you?
I don't know. Maybe you can use that at Borders. When they ask you if you have any proof, you show them you're an honorary citizen of Chicago. I don't know what else it would get you.
Yeah.
Also in the news, Anthony Young, the pitcher for the New York Mets, who has lost 27 straight games, finally broke that streak last night in a 5-4 victory over the Florida Marlins. He hasn't won a game since April of 1992, before last night.
Wow.
And here's what he had to say about finally breaking the streak.
There was a lot of fans behind me. I'm just thankful that, they held in there with me through thick and thin. It's over with, and hopefully I can start a 27-game winning streak now.
Great diction. God. Unbelievable, huh? Can you believe there are guys in America that young who still talk like that? Like they just got out of the backwoods? You'd think with TV and stuff, they would have, at least learned a little bit of how to talk. I didn't think we did. Does he have teeth?
That's why I say that TV doesn't have that much of an influence on people.
No, I don't know why people think it does. Because everyone would talk like Kojak. How you doing, baby?
Who loves you?
Who loves you?
But they don't.
Does he have teeth? No, seriously, he was like, I don't want things to play.
There was a lot of fans behind me. I'm just thankful that, they held in there with me through thick and thin. It's over with, and hopefully I can start a 27-game winning streak now.
Wow. Gee whiz, that's amazing. Never mind the pitching. What school did he graduate?
He's not going to be able to pitch.
Yeah, thank God. What would he be doing otherwise with that diction? I know garbage men that laugh at him. I don't want to thank you again. Thank the fan for taking with me on the one hand. It's like, wow. No kidding.
But that would be an incredible turnaround if he now went on a 27-game winning streak. I doubt if it'll happen.
No, I think he'll lose again, like 27 more games.
That would be incredible.
What else did he have to say, Robin?
Well, no, what you said before, but
yeah,
Trump,
yes.
And no one kids. I don't know why you don't put it back in that game.
Okay.
There was a lot of fans behind me. I'm just thankful that, they held in there with me through thick and thin. It's over with, and
like thick and thin.
27-game winning streak now.
Thick and thin. Gee whiz. Where did he grow up? Do you know anything about this guy?
No, I don't know where he's from. Sounds like from the South.
Doesn't Fafafoli know? Fafafui? Fafafui.
If you can pitch a baseball, they don't care what you sound like.
I don't want dang Fafafui. Fafafui.
Also in the news, Howard, of course, we're still talking about the Vince Coleman incident where he allegedly threw an M80 at some fans and hurt a little girl yesterday. Her parents appeared at a press conference. Right. Here is the mother of the little girl. Here is Marielle Santos.
What I was just staring at because I thought it was a smoke bomb because it was the fuse was lit and then it was smoking and then it just exploded right away. And that's when my daughter started screaming, and I picked her up, and she had blood on her face.
Unbelievable.
So if you see something smoking on the ground, you don't immediately pick up your child and rush away?
Some people have slow reflex.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
And here is the father of the little girl, Derek Santos.
It was a scream that
we've never heard
both
before.
Both of us have never heard her, the pain and...
Oh, boy.
They sound like good witnesses, too.
Yeah.
On that stand.
Yeah. Derek also says that the Mets, the ball players who were questioned about this a day later, sort of thought of it as a joke. Well, he doesn't think it's so funny.
This was a result of what they call a prank, a joke. I mean, our little daughter was hurt severely as a result of their so-called joke.
Boy, they're rubbing it in. What?
It sounds like the lawyers have already gone.
Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable. First of all, it's always weird, like people who hang around waiting for autographs of ball players and stuff. It's like almost like your moment in the sun. But these ball players, I mean, what the hell are they doing with firecrackers? What is that? I mean, that's really weird.
I'm sure everybody will be glad to know that the Mets coach has now said that they will be banned from the locker room. There will be no more fireworks.
Aren't they illegal anyway?
Yes, they're all illegal.
That's what I thought.
Police here in New York are looking for a man who robbed more than $4,000 from a Manhattan bank. How did he do it? He walked into the bank, gave the teller a note saying that he had AIDS, and then he pulled out a hypodermic needle filled with blood.
Wow.
The teller, of course, immediately forked over the $4,000, and the man got away.
Wow.
So he is still at large. So now we have an AIDS robber in our midst. threatening people with a syringe.
Yeah, I can't believe in this society we actually believe that people with AIDS are going to... I don't know whether this guy has AIDS or not, but there are a lot of people who have AIDS who don't give a rat's ass about infecting the rest of the population. So I don't know what we're going to do about this.
Well, Geraldo had a whole show on yesterday of... was it yesterday or the day before? Of hookers who have AIDS.
Yeah, and they just go out and have sex with guys.
Sure,
yeah, I'm saying everyone just does it. What else is in the news?
Former Rolling Stone bassist Bill Wyman.
What's his problem?
Well, he's rich.
Yeah.
You bet when your father's Bill Wyman. Well, you remember Bill married Mandy?
The 15-year-old or something?
Yeah, I forget. Mandy Smith, that was her name.
Yeah.
And his son started dating Mandy's mother.
Right.
Well, when the marriage between Bill Wyman and Mandy broke up, the son continued to date the mother and even got engaged to her.
To Mandy's mother.
Right. And this got his father all upset because here he was trying to get these people out of his life, and now his son's hooked up with the mom.
Right.
So he just disowned him, fired him. He had a company that his son worked at, and he had a $30,000 a year job there as some kind of a researcher.
Sounds like Johnny Carson's arrangement with his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he fired him from the company and put him off the family payroll.
I'd divorce her.
Now the engagement is off.
Smart kid.
And he's living alone in a dingy West London apartment. And
the Rolling Stones don't strike me.
That's it. He's on welfare.
They don't strike me as the most compassionate people.
Apparently, he got into a fight with the mother at Mandy's wedding to a Dutch soccer player.
What is it, Stuttering John?
If you want a Chicago woman is like thinks you're a racist and is going off, and I don't know if you want to talk to a sexist, racist, everything, you know.
Oh yeah?
Very
anything in particular?
Okay.
Robin, you
What was it that set her off? Was it something he said recently?
What set you off? Hello?
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 Oh, right. Very funny. You do funny voices,
I mean,
too. You're
hello?
so talented, Howard.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. You're very talented, Howard.
Thank you.
I understand that you were having trouble getting someone to come on and talk to you, but I will speak to you because I'm not afraid of you. I don't think you're that talented anyway.
Well, no one's claimed to be that talented. I'm in radio. You don't have to be that talented.
I had the misfortune, and not by accident, by design, of seeing your tape recently.
What tape is that?
That Bud Bongo thing.
Yeah.
You know, I used to like your show and listen to it, but now I think you are the most motley group of misfits on the radio. I don't see how you got a show.
Neither do I.
And I'm glad that you're not going to be on in Chicago very much longer.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know that I'm not going to be on in Chicago very much longer. I have a very long-term contract with them. I hope to be on in Chicago for a very long time. I like being on in Chicago. And as far as your opinion goes, I could give a rat's ass what you think.
Oh, well, that's very good.
Who cares what you think?
You're a racist, and you're
so if I'm a racist, don't listen.
And the only reason you're able to get away with the things you do is because you have...
Why am I a racist? Tell me why I'm a racist.
Robin as your scapegoat because...
No, I don't use Robin as a scapegoat.
Yes, you do,
do you know what a scapegoat means? What does the word scapegoat mean?
You don't change the...
No, you brought up the word scapegoat. What does it mean?
Well, maybe that was not the right word.
What does the word scapegoat mean?
In the sense that
no, you use the English language like a retard.
Who's a retard?
You said I use Robin as a scapegoat. How do I use her as a scapegoat? Explain your word.
Okay, Howard, I misspoke. You do it quite a bit yourself. Robin has to step in and say
what is that? First of all, I assume you're a black woman, are you not?
What difference does that make?
I can tell. I can hear it in your voice. I can tell that you're a black woman.
You would like to make some racist slurs towards me?
No, I wouldn't. I don't consider myself a racist.
What color I am?
What is that?
What difference does it make?
It makes a difference to me. I want to identify you as a black woman.
Well, you've done it. Okay, so...
All right, so then so why are you so uptight about it?
I'm not uptight about it.
Well, I just said you're a black woman, and you said, well, you're a racist. You want to make a racist comment about it? So as soon as I say you're a black woman, that makes me a racist.
You like to categorize people. If you can lump someone...
And what do you like to do? 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 Don't worry about what I like to do. What do you like to do?
I used to like to listen to your program until you just got so out of control. You're ridiculous.
Has he changed recently?
With the lesbians and with the with the sexist and the racist things you do. It's horrible. I don't.
But haven't I always been that way?
Robin, how do you stand
Well,
it?
I'm just wondering, have you noticed a change?
How do you stand it, Robin?
Answer my question. Don't worry about how I stand it.
She stands it very well.
If I'm black or white, why can't I worry about the details that I want to discuss?
Well, we asked you.
But it's a question of, I mean, you're saying you used to enjoy it and now you don't.
Yeah, what happened?
I think he's been doing the same thing all along. Has he changed, in your opinion?
I would like to ask Howard a question.
Well, you every time we ask you a question, you don't answer it. But okay, what is the question?
He was mildly entertaining before, but now he's irritating.
No, before you said that you enjoyed the program, now I'm irritated.
Okay, I'll let you speak. Why don't you let your children listen to the program? It's no problem.
It's not suitable for children.
You're hypocritical. You have
Why is that
to
hypocritical?
phone.
That's not hypocritical. Listen, my dear, the problem with your community is nobody supervises the children.
What community, Howard?
The black community. I'm not afraid to say it.
You know the problem.
You don't know the problems in the black community? I have to spell it out for you? There's a lack of family involvement.
But you do.
Of course I do.
That's very interesting. And how much time do you spend in the black community?
I spend my entire life in the black community.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you spend your time holed up in your home.
Oh, now I do. I now that I know the realities of society, I do. But I grew up in a black community, my dear.
Robin, I think you're wonderful. I think
Thank
Howard
you.
is a jerk.
Yeah, well, I write everything Robin says, so then you must think I'm pretty wonderful.
Do you write
She reads from a
laugh
script.
too?
Yes, I do.
They're so spontaneous. I love them. Robin, I think you're wonderful. And I
Well,
look
thank
forward
you.
to the day when
There's
have
probably
your own
something to your
program,
argument, too.
when you can free yourself from this albatross named Howard Stern and move on to greater things.
All right, thank you. You answered no questions. You didn't identify me once as a racist because you didn't even bring up one racist comment
You're
I
just
made.
pissed because I don't have some goofy lesbian story to give you.
You probably do. As a matter of fact, you're probably a latent homosexual. Well, now I made you laugh. Goodbye.
Okay.
All right. She's a real phony.
Oh, dear.
She'll listen every day.
Oh, she'll have to tune in now.
And, you know, there's an attitude, I can't wait to see you leave Chicago. I can't wait to see you leave Chicago. Can't wait to leave Chicago. So I'll leave Chicago. Who cares? You'll be so what? Think that'll end my life? Leave Chicago. The people of Chicago want me to leave, I'll leave. What am I supposed to do?
Well, you're not going to stay where you're not wanted.
Actually, I would. Makes no difference to me.
I was trying to pretend that you had some scruples.
Oh, I don't.
Bill Clinton's mother has signed a book deal, Howard. She's going to write her life story.
You're kidding.
No.
It's not going to be a makeup book, is it?
Makeup and hair?
Makeup and hair book.
No, she's going to tell the story of her early years and then how she struggled along as a single mom and then her years of abuse at the hands of a husband who is an alcoholic and who beat her.
All right.
So we'll find out, I guess, the beginnings of our current president from his mother's life story.
We'll be back right after these words. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 92.3 KROC.
The card 2 times.
Blow on the cards 2 times?
Yes.
All right, I will.
Well, I tell you.
When she tells you to.
Okay.
Just
In other words, blow
right,
like
Robin,
this.
let him know.
You mean like, excuse me, like this again? Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. All right. Jesus Christ, I hope she don't have any real powers. Go ahead.
Well, she's not going to do anything bad unless you're bad. Now, stop it.
Because you know Howard Stern used to read the tarot.
Is that right?
And predicted his own aunt's death.
Oh, dear.
I did.
With the tarot?
Oops. Yes. I did.
Howard, shut up and go into the card.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
what?
What'd I do?
Not that way.
Well, how?
Hold the cards in your hand.
Oh, okay. Give me those.
Behave yourself.
And now blow on them?
Yeah, frozen.
All right. Thank you. Whoops.
Now those cards have Howard.
I apologize. I passed a little
No,
bit.
they do.
They do?
They do. They have a life, an energy of their own.
Okay.
You know.
All right, tell me something about myself now. Come on, let's get to the shit. All right. I don't mean to rush you, but this is radio. I got.
That's right.
Now, can I ask you a question? You don't have a lot of teeth, right? Can I ask you that?
No.
Is it hard to eat food like that?
Not really.
Not really?
You get used to it if they want.
What do you like to eat, though? I mean, you can't eat any apples or
You eat
anything.
any steak or anything?
Hey,
like
a steak or something?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, you are?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You're closer to your...
Now, how do you make a living? How do you make money?
Too low.
Excuse me?
Too low.
Too low?
that? No, tarot.
Oh, too low. Too low.
No, tarot.
Oh, tarot. Got to learn how to say what the...
The original pronunciation is Thoreau.
Thoreau?
Well, he wasn't getting that, so I had to give him the old one.
How about going with the old pronunciation? So in other words, you do this in like a place, people can come to you and you do a reading?
Yeah, I'm a professional street dealer.
I see.
In the village.
In the village.
In the village, oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you were so smart.
Do you have any celebrity clients?
Not really. I'm not that established yet.
You're not that established. All right, go ahead. Give me some kind of reading.
Well, if you're fed up long enough, I will.
All right.
Okay.
What do you see there in the card?
Study the card.
It's just I got to keep talking because it's radio. Otherwise,
yeah, maybe we're disturbing her.
Yeah.
She has the headphones on.
No.
Yeah, maybe you ought to take the headphones off. You won't be disturbed.
You don't get along with your father.
I don't get along with my father?
What you did with your mother.
Yes.
There was a communication gap within the family.
Yeah.
It was basically an argument over money. Your father was more materialistic than your mother was.
Well, that's very true. She happens to be right. My father's a big pain in the ass. Woman happens to be right. My father is more materialistic than my mother. My mother thinks she's a guru.
Your mother would like to give everything away.
Yeah. Well, boy, now, you don't even turn... Oh, she is turning the cards over, I see.
Are there pictures on those cards?
I don't know what the hell's on those cards. I need my medication. All right, go ahead.
Okay. To the Tarot deck. The images on the cards are taken from the Sistine Chapel in Rome.
Oh. You're kidding. It's easy for you to say.
Nothing's easy for me to say. I already got 5 teeth.
I know. You only have 5 teeth in your whole head? Now, let me ask you something. Is it hard to get clients when you only have 5 teeth in your head?
No. It's trust and honor that gets you the clients, not your teeth and not the way you look.
All right. Now, come on, rush this along because I have things to do. I have to get sexual phone calls. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. But can you tell me something else about myself that you see there? Mm-hmm.
This is going to be deep. Look at how she's looking.
Mm-hmm. I think something big is about to be predicted.
Even now, you seem to, like, particularly if Robin is approached by a strange male, you will actually come to her defense. I mean, no problem. You are very,
I'm very brave.
No. Put on it.
I feel like I'm in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead. So if Robin is in trouble, all right, take it easy, honey. All right, just keep predicting, huh?
Wow.
You ever see that movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? That's where I am right now. All right, go ahead. So you're saying what?
No, you put on an air like you're really tough.
Yeah.
But you're very, very gentle.
Of course I am.
Very, very loving.
Yes.
A very supportive human being.
You are absolutely 100% correct, my dear. You might have something to this tarot cards. I am a gentle human being. I might be a tough guy on the outside, but I'm gentle on the inside. Tell me one more thing about myself, and then I must wrap this up. Yeah.
Now, I can't tell you what the last 4 cards say, because I don't think you want your radio public to know this.
I do. I want them to know.
No.
I want to share with them.
You can tell me.
Tell her. No one will understand what you're saying anyway.
Okay, good.
Go ahead.
Can I just cover the mic? Because...
Cover the mic and tell me.
What's most important to me is confidentiality.
Sure.
I mean, there's something there that you feel the audience shouldn't know.
Yes.
It's very personal.
It's very personal?
Yes, and very frightening.
Oh, right? All right.
See you later, Howard.
You're not going to attack me, are you?
Say goodbye now, Robin.
All right, honey. Let me. All right. So let me cover the mic here. You cover your mic. Should I turn off my mic?
Well, I can't be heard, can I?
What? Can you be heard?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
All right, hold on. Let me hear
it. When you were young,
what? When I was young, was I sent away for stealing some money? Yes. That's what the card said. All right. I was sent away. I was sent up the river. 2 years I did in Leavenworth.
Baby Leavenworth.
Baby Leavenworth. It's for children. All right, don't tell the audience that. Don't tell them that I was sent away for stealing money.
He's weird. That's why I love him.
Well, hey, listen. If that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know who is. Takes one to know one. Anyway, hey, let me tell you something. You certainly have revealed some interesting things. Is there any?
You have the gift.
You have a gift. You have a gift, my dear.
I was born into the cards.
You were born into the cards?
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
17 years.
17 years you've been telling people the future.
Past, present, and future.
Past, present, and future. And this demonstration today has been quite remarkable.
Thank you.
You have certainly read the cards. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm frightened by all of this.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, no, not by the cards, by you. You understand? No, I'm just kidding, of course. Just a tease. Now you've got a sense of humor, don't you? Of course. Now you've done an excellent job. Now, how do people get in touch with you if they would want to read? Why don't you give yourself a plug?
Well, they can call me at 873-0900. And my name is Sharon Hayes.
Sharon Hayes?
Yes.
And you go by the name Hayes?
Sharon Hayes.
Sharon Hayes. And you are the psychic to the stars?
Psychic tarot.
Psychic tarot.
Transmedium.
Transmedium?
Now, what are the
now, wait a second.
I hold seances.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
can you contact the dead? Oh, sorry.
Oh, we got too excited.
Can you contact the dead?
Yes.
All right, give a message to my grandfather.
No,
Hey, you son of a bitch.
Where's the money?
Where's the money? You rat bastard, you rat fink. Can you tell him that? That filthy scoundrel. Run off with my cash. Seriously, Sharon Hayes.
Is he always like this?
No, I'm telling you the truth. Get in touch with my grandfather and tell him he's a rat bastard. Can you do that? Can you do that, honey? And what about you? You're a very sexual woman, aren't you? Were you ever...
Are you married?
Are you married at all?
Yes.
You are married.
I have a very, very loving husband.
You do?
Vincent Trusso, yes.
He what?
Vincent Trusso.
Oh, you are married. I didn't realize you had a husband. I didn't think you were attached.
Oh, yes, he's quite handsome.
Any children or no?
I had 2 children.
Where are
They're
they?
in foster homes.
Oh, they are in foster home. Well,
no, I have cerebral palsy and epilepsy.
you have all of that?
Yeah.
In addition to your psychic ability?
No, cerebral palsy is a birth defect.
Oh, I see. But the tarot is
The tarot.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I am certainly thrilled to have gotten my reading today because you were very accurate. She was very accurate.
No, but you're thanking her appropriately.
I hope so.
And Howard, if some of your callers would like to call in and have their tarots over the phone, I'd be...
You mean you can do that?
Yes.
Oh, you can do that as well?
Yes, I can do
All
it
right.
over the
Well,
phone.
I'll tell you
All
what.
I need is a name.
I got you. Well, I tell you what. The next time you come by, we'll do that.
Yeah, you just let me know.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with you, and maybe we'll have you in to read some of the listeners.
Or maybe one day when we're ready to contact the dead again,
Yes.
you can come in and do a seance.
You'll contact that rat fink, my grandfather, who ran off with all my money.
But right now, I don't think he's ready to talk to us.
No.
I run off for all of us.
Well, let me tell you so. Thank you, Sharon. A pleasure to meet you. And there she is, Sharon Hayes. And you have the number. You can call her for your psychic reading with the tarot. Tarot. The original pronunciation was tarot. Oh, you're a lovely woman.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, okay. There she goes. And we give her a little shot on the air because you have to recognize talent when you see it.
That's right, Howard. We bring everything to you.
Who was it that said the show was flypaper for the wounded? I said that? Well, then...
You were correct.
I was correct.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, my dear. Sharon Hayes, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. Goodbye, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Ooh. Yes, goodbye. Ooh. Sharon Hayes. There she goes. Whoops. Help her up.
You gotta get another television show.
Yeah, she was wasted on radio. We got to get back on TV. You know, I got the E show, but I don't think they let her on.
No, you gotta get another kind of show.
Oh, man.
I like her. And boy, was she right on the money.
Whew, I can't wait to meet her husband. She got to bring him with her.
I wonder how she knew I was sent up the river for stealing money.
As a young boy.
At a young boy.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knew that. Only Sharon Hayes, psychic to the stars. Oh, very good. Lovely woman. And we're going to take a little break. I'm going to let the room air out from the patchouli oil. You a little overwhelmed by that, my friend?
Oh, man. I smelled it when I was standing at the door this morning. I'm going, this is going to be fun.
Yes. Well, she really is a fascinating woman. And I know a lot of the listeners are calling in saying, hey, Howard, why don't you let us get our readings done by Sharon Hayes, psychic to the stars?
Yes.
And I will do that. I will have her on in a week or so.
I would hope so, because I would love to see her again.
Yeah, Sharon Hayes, psychic to the stars. I think she'll be making many appearances.
I think we found someone.
I think she's going to be with us New Year's Eve.
This is a find.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the only black man who can get served in Denny's restaurant, Howard Stern. 92.3 K-Rock.
What is this? M&J. We're talking about hair right now. We're talking about getting your hair back. Did you go bald? Are you going bald? Are you worried about being bald? Are you in the middle of contemplating baldness? I guess a lot of guys are looking at their heads going, it looks like I'm going bald, and they're in denial and everything, but now's the time to act. Do you want your hair back? Scott got his hair. Scott the engineer is as bald as a cue ball. And for years...
He's what you'd call a tough case, Howard.
Yeah, I'd say he's one of the toughest cases. He has hardly any hair. And, I mean, just a little around the sides. That's it. And the guy, and M&J has him walking around like a new man. The guy walks straighter. He feels better about himself. He's got his hair back. And I'll tell you something. That space on your head when it's blank, well, it can change your whole personality. It really can. It takes away your self-esteem. But listen to me. The guy looks great. I'm telling you, it looks like his hair is back. I am telling you this, and all I want you to do is call M&J International. They're the manufacturers and designers of custom procedures that cannot be found anywhere else. You got to just see it. You owe it to yourself to see this. They have something called the Illusion Hairline, which means the hairline, where your scalp greets the front of your hair.
Yes. That's the most important part.
That's the most important part. That's what gives it away every time. The sides and the back is easy. The hairline is so natural and so real. I'm telling you this. Call M&J International at 1-800-208-1010. Give them a call, 1-800-208-1010. And don't take my word for it. Let them show you what they can do for you. M&J International. Get your hair back, 1-800-208-1010.
92.3 K-Rock. We're back.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Good. And there she is, co-hostess of the Howard Stern Show. I saw that's how they introduce you now, co-hostess. You are co-hostess of the Howard Stern Show, Robin Quivers. My co-hostess, if you will. My adorable co-hostess. And adorable you are.
I am adorable.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
look at you.
Very nice.
Look at your special outfit today. Your beautiful gown.
My gown. I'm wearing a gown. Decided not to dress for work.
Yes. Well, anyway, that was fascinating. We just had a woman in here who was psychic to the stars. I received a fax. Could you please lend her Gary's teeth so I can understand what she's saying?
You know, Gary should be a teeth donor to people.
Yes. King of All Messenger sent that in because he was having trouble understanding the show. He says, is there anything wrong with my radio? No, there is nothing wrong with your radio. We have now returned control of your radios back to you.
I don't think I've ever...
She was good. And what did you think of what she said, Robin? Do you think there's anything to that tarot reading I just received?
Well, I said to myself, now, all right, she has some inkling that there's a problem between Howard and his father, but it has nothing to do with money.
Right.
And if you listen to this radio show, you'd know exactly what the problem is. You wouldn't have any trouble reading the tarot.
But you got to admit that there's no way she listened to the radio show. You can't accuse her of listening to the radio show.
She wasn't cheating.
Yeah. Hey, San Francisco, you're on the line.
Yeah, Howard.
Dude.
Yeah, you've been talking about your ratings and stuff like that, but I was wondering what the ratings were here in San Francisco.
I don't think we have any ratings in San Francisco. I think we're basically at the bottom of the barrel, but that's usually the case. I mean, it's going to take
Because we're just waiting for you to get rid of Alex Bennett and also to get rid of the other two guys, Lamont and Tonelli.
Lamont and Tonelli. Well, I understand Alex Bennett has no ratings in San Francisco, nothing to be speaking about or bragging about. Lamont and Tonelli are the big team in San Francisco, and that's... you know what?
What is our coverage in San Francisco proper?
I don't know how it works. I get faxes from people who tell me they can't pick us up in San Francisco, and then I get faxes from people who say they can pick us up in San Francisco because we're based in San Jose, the radio station. So, but I think it's totally possible that we will be number one in San Francisco, San Jose.
Because I don't know, Lamont and Tonelli, they're just not funny.
Yeah, well, I'm only hoping that word gets out that we're there and that we win. Lamont and Tonelli, you know what? I got to be honest with you. I've been so busy with this book and everything, I haven't had a chance to listen to a tape of Lamont and Tonelli, but I can't imagine they're any better than the jerks around the country that are doing these a-hole shows with their zoos and their... What is it, like a zoo?
Somewhat like that, yeah. They do practical jokes and stuff like that. But
yeah, and what is the big joke? What's the practical joke?
It's called the
phone call?
Yeah, Dirty Friday, where they do phone calls.
Phone call of the day, and they make a phone call. A listener sends in a fax and says, "Call my wife. It's our birthday today, and she thinks I didn't remember."
Yeah, and they're not, but they're too cruel though. They're funny, but they're just way too cruel because they'll do something like, "Oh, your husband's been cheating on you, and I'm an investigator for him, and I thought I'd tell you."
Right.
It's like, that's
just kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Cruel, I like. They're way too cruel. Well, that's
you haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, cruel is... well, I don't know how you could like us then. Way too cruel.
Well, no, you're just cruel to your own people, though.
I see. Oh, they're cruel to the... I should be cruel to the audience.
Oh,
well, yeah, but I mean, like when you played the repeats, the Carvel Cookie Puss was hilarious to Gary.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what that is.
You must be talking about Fred and his Cookie Puss.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fred,
Yeah, Cookie Puss.
Tribute to Mother's Day.
Yeah, Fred and his Cookie Puss.
Yeah, that was so funny, I thought I'd cough up a lung laughing at that.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I certainly hope we catch on in San Francisco. It's a funny thing, I've started a trend here with this syndication of morning shows, and they always said it couldn't be done. You could not syndicate a morning show, that it had to be a local show. And I don't buy that. I think that if you're the right performer and you've got a good program, that people will listen to it, that people will accept it. So now I'm in an industry where now they believe that every show can be syndicated, and you will find soon, Robin, that our show is the only show that can be syndicated. Because
I should hope.
All the others will fail. It's very hard to go into another city and make a splash and sort of take over the city. But I am confident that San Francisco will be no different than Los Angeles or anything else. I am almost positive that Lamont and Tonelli, as you call them, will not be any more talented, probably less talented than Mark and Brian, certainly. And the guys, and certainly the zookeeper in Philadelphia. So I don't think there'll be a problem.
No, well, also, too, I know that the station that it's on here probably doesn't like it, but hopefully the grease man will be gone soon, too.
One can pray.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We live with hope.
Yeah. One can only hope. One can only hope. I have nothing to do with that. I had a guy come up to me in the street the other day, for the 3 seconds that I was on the street, and he says to me, what are you doing? Well, how come you put the grease man on the station? How come you allow that? I said, listen to me, you jerk. I really got mad at the guy. I said, why are you so dumb? Well, there are plenty of people who like the grease man, plenty of people who hate the grease man. I said, what are you bothering me for? How stupid can you be? Why do I want to answer questions about some other radio guy?
But I think people like to see you rant in person for them.
Yeah, they want me to get nuts. Maybe that's it. Maybe the guy was really bright.
That's what you do, and they're looking for a performance.
Maybe. They drive me crazy. That's why I hide in my house. I just sit there all day, tickling my ass with a feather. Because you can't take it. You can't mingle with the public. They drive you insane. Yes, you're on the air. Las Vegas.
Howard.
Yes.
I just came out to Las Vegas. I've been listening to you for about, 15 years now.
Yes.
Since I was, about 8 years old. Whatever happened to the old beaver breaks you used to do in Washington, D.C.?
Well, those were good at the time. I got tired of doing it. How many can I do?
That show was canceled.
That show was canceled.
Do you have any tapes of that?
Yes, of course. I have them all.
Could you run one of those before your show in the morning? That was the classic stuff. And you had Wally, cutting up June and Dad and put them in trash bags and dragging them around.
It was good.
15 years to talk to you. This is exciting stuff.
Well, yes, and I'm glad. I guess we raised you, huh?
That's right.
I mean, you grew up on it.
My parents didn't do a very good job, and,
Because of us, you... now, what do you do now that you're grown up?
Actually, I attend Princeton University.
Well, there you go. Well, let me tell you something. I feel, you're a good example of somebody who started listening at a young age, and here you are at Princeton University.
I turned out.
Yeah, you
and we get you actually in Princeton on both Philly and New York stations, so I can listen to you at school. And
let me tell you something. It's very unusual that an 8-year-old would even listen to it. In fact, there's studies that prove that there's not even 8-year-olds listening. They don't want to listen
you have to be exceptionally bright to understand
exactly. And if there was an 8-year-old there that somehow got exposed to our show, he would probably end up going to Princeton, not to hell.
That's right. We'll see being weaned on Robbins.
All right. Cleveland, you're on the air. I made my point with him. I wasn't going anywhere. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Well, you have to cut children also.
Right. He's a big fan of the air. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard. I called with a warning for Robin. You were talking about her pleasuring herself the other day.
Yes, with, of course, the vibrator known as the Swedish massage. No, you use the
big one.
The big one, the power.
The magic wand.
The magic wand.
With it's electric.
Yes.
Well, a friend of mine had one of those, and it got a short in it, and it started on fire.
What, the magic wand?
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. Nothing happened to her or anything, but it scared the heck out of her.
Oh,
and I'd hate to have that happen. I'm not kidding.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Howard, I could be traumatized.
You're saying...
I'm serious.
How do you know it wasn't her, the heat of her private parts that set the fire?
Might have been. That's not what she told me. I wasn't there.
Because a lot of women get so hot down there when the vibrator is on that it could actually burn the vibrator and the utensil around it.
I don't know, but it started on fire.
Well, okay. Well, that's good advice.
Be very careful, Robin.
I think it's worth the risk, personally. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Chicago, you're on the air. All right, we lost Chicago, but we go to Albany. Albany, you're on the air.
Chicken Stop, Medford.
Chicken Fart, Medford?
Chicken Stop, I thought he said.
Don't know what he said. Dallas, Texas.
Howard, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Matter of fact, you did me a great favor. I got to go over to Big D last night and talk to Ellie Mae for a little while.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I got to talk to Ellie Mae last night.
Ellie Mae is the girl from Beverly Hillbillies?
No, she's the manager of the station in which carries you in Dallas. Then I got to come back over here in Fort Worth, and I went out and lassoed me up about 60 wetbacks. The only problem with that was when I got those jalapeno niggers all together, not a one of them spoke English, and they smelled like a pack of jungle bunnies that just got through running a marathon. Well, I did what any good white man would do, and I put them on a couple of buses and sent them to 600 Madison Avenue. Well, I also want to thank the whole city of New York. If it wasn't for it sucking so bad, the great state of Texas would have fallen off into the Gulf of Wetback years ago. And while I'm at it, I want to ask that wrinkled-up corpse of a governor of ours not to open up the borders between Texas and Mexico, and not to change the name of the state to Texaco. Well, this is your old friend Buddy from Fort Worth saying it doesn't matter if you got a 3-inch penis as long as you got a 9-inch tongue. Later, buddy.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Interesting commentary. I tell you.
Interesting takeoff on those Motel 6 commercials.
Yeah. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I'm so out of it, I don't even know that.
I'll leave a light on for you.
Gotcha. Well, he's a very talented guy. Okay, well, welcome to Creedmoor.
Must have been a full moon.
Don't you feel like it really must have been. Melrose Larry Green is out there. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, we got to get him in because I understand he's been up to some interesting things.
Yeah, he's gotten sicker. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. Howard Stern Show. 92.3 K-Rock. There is a place...
Mattis Ice Cream is so good. Oh, I love Mattis Ice Cream. Mattis Ice Cream is 97% fat-free. How's that?
That's what I love about it most.
Yes, 97% fat-free. What's great about this product is its history. Mattis Ice Cream was invented by a guy named Reuben Mattis, who was the inventor of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. The original guy who invented Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
I think the word create is better than invent.
Okay, creator. And he... Don't get tied up on semantics, Robin, please.
That ice cream was here. He just created a different kind.
Oh, please. I'm trying to get through the day. Come on, you got to give me a break. I'm just trying to make a living.
Semantics get me.
Just trying to feed my family, okay? Look, Mattis Ice Cream is 97% fat-free, and a lot of you have been burned by fat-free ice creams. So this guy, Reuben Mattis, develops Mattis ice cream, and he says, I'm going to make an ice cream as good as Haagen-Dazs ice cream, because he knows how he made that, but I'm going to make it fat-free, 97% fat-free, and he did it. You will love the taste of this ice cream. You have never had a better ice cream. It compares with Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's simply that rich and delicious. Rich ice cream that's 97% fat-free and low in cholesterol. Now, you could eat 1.5 pints of Mattis low-fat ice cream and still get less fat than 4 ounces of Haagen-Dazs. It's pretty remarkable, isn't it? Baba Booey eats it all the time, don't you?
Man, I had it the night before last.
What'd you have? What flavor?
I just had the original chocolate.
Yes, original chocolate is good. There's the, there's cookies and cream, caramel crunch.
The caramel crunch is incredible.
Lemon cherries,
Baba Booey.
vanilla meringue, and coffee. Hey, where's Gary's jingle? Yeah, once in a while throw that on.
I like that whenever he comes in.
Yeah. There you go. All right, Mattis ice cream. Look for it all over.
92.3 K-Rock. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I wonder, are we back? I like that song. What is the name of that song?
Paul Turner knows the names to all these songs.
Does he?
Yes, because he put them together.
Ask him, because that's a good song. I like it. See, Fred, we need a little of that sound in our record. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Yeah, a little. What is that called? Grunge.
That's crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah,
I need a little.
I don't think it should be as extreme as that, but I get the idea.
Well, that's why you're just the songwriter. I'm the producer, and
it takes your special ear.
I have decided that there have been disc jockeys who, from time to time, have recorded songs that became big.
Yeah.
I think the Big Bopper was a disc jockey.
Right.
I believe that even Rick Dees had Disco Duck, which was an embarrassment to all disc jockeydom all over the place.
But it was big.
But it was big. And I am ready to release a record. I have the song. We have the demo tape, as it were.
Oh, can't I hear it?
No, you cannot. No, because I want to...
I would love to know, and I'm sure you would too, the guy in the car there. He would like to know how it sounded originally.
No, we're not going to do that.
And then to see the evolution of a song as it goes from creator to finished product.
Should I play the demo of the song? You see, if I did, Fred, if I do that,
what?
Then
what?
People will always be comparing the demo to the. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be played smart for once.
Save the demo for the box set.
Right. There you go. Why isn't your mic plugged in, Fred?
No mics are plugged in today.
Why are no mics? Oh, now you're. No, you know what it is? You don't know how to talk into the mic. That's the okay.
Fred's not plugged in.
Yeah, Fred's not plugged in.
I swear, I was just the same spot.
You're missing a wire, dude. So, anyway, I do have a song now, a piece of material that I'm ready to go into the recording studio with, but I'm not going to waste my time. I got to get the right producer. Now, the name Rick Rubin has come up as a producer.
Butch Vig.
Butch Vig has come up. I'm willing.
Well, these are just names they're throwing around.
We're throwing around, but I would like Metallica to produce it. The actual band.
They produce their own stuff?
Are they talking to you?
Yes. What?
Are they talking to you?
The answer is no.
Who in show business is talking to me?
I happen to know for a fact they're not talking to you because I saw their manager Sunday night at a
Why
party.
are they not talking to me after all the nice things I've said about them?
It probably hasn't gotten back to them yet. I think that they were angry at...
the MTV Awards?
Yeah, I think that they were on 2 counts.
Yeah.
First, they think that you sort of stole their moment.
Right.
And then...
Which I did. Well, who told them to come up on stage with me? You know, when a guy's dressed in an outfit with his ass cheeks hanging out, it's pretty easy to steal the moment from anybody, isn't it?
Yeah, but your ass cheeks, I suppose they think, should have stepped off stage once. Hey,
dudes, it's rock and roll. Besides, I thought they're so not into awards and stuff. What's their big moment? Just go out there and perform the good music that you perform.
How do you know they're not into awards?
Because I've read their whole philosophy and stuff.
Really?
They're into the
you're
fans.
Reading Metallica.
Yeah, I dig them. I dig their sound. I would like them to produce my song, but all right, so screw them. I don't need them. It's other producers. All right, I reject them then. Well, I don't know. Let me hear from people. Whoever knows a big name record producer.
Where is John? John knows all the producers.
John, who is the big name in records right now in terms of production?
Papa Foey.
I like no, that's inaccurate. I like I need a producer.
The biggest guy right now is Brendan O'Brien.
Who is that? Brendan O'Brien.
He's good. Yeah.
What has he produced?
He's done Stone Temple Pilots album.
That's good.
He did the Aerosmith album.
That's a good album.
He did it. He did.
Get me him.
No, Black Rose was George the
He might have, George the Coolest did it, but he might have done the first one.
You guys are like homos, you know that?
That guy's a good producer.
Yeah, they're like.
I only know because I've been looking for somebody. You know, Bob Rock is the guy. I think the guy who did the Metallica album, right?
Bob Rock but Metallica co-produced. You know what? Maybe Bob Rock's the genius behind that band.
Well, he's been a genius for a long time now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How long has he been a genius?
Become a genius?
Yeah. What do you eat his Wheaties? So get me Bob Rock. How do I get in touch with him?
Well, you got to call his agent.
Do I?
Yeah.
All right, Gary Puffa Foley. Put in a call to Bob Rock. You know, tell him I'll need him day after tomorrow.
The guy that did the Black Crowes record, he did a record by the Jayhawks, and I know for a fact that he's a really big fan of the show.
Good.
And those two Black Crowes records are really good.
Good, but not the kind of production I'm looking for.
No?
No. Too stripped down. I need a little
they're
more.
looking for a heavy metal sound.
Yeah, Black Crowes is all wrong for me.
Rule it out, though.
No, please, Fred. Fred, you've done your part in this. Let me handle this from now on.
But you metalize something, and it's like...
You gotta let it go, Fred.
Fred, let the song go and let Howie handle it. You don't think commercial. I do.
Who produced the Pearl Jam record?
No, I don't want the Pearl Jam.
You don't like that?
No, I love the Pearl Jam record, but it's not right for me.
Gotcha.
Okay? I want Bob Rock.
Okay.
All right? And I need him here, and I need him working gratis. He's going to work on spec, okay? I'm not paying him. Because I'm doing this all on spec.
I understand.
Understand?
Fred hasn't been paid. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I mean, the song, I haven't been paid. Until I get paid, he doesn't get paid. Tell him he's going to be involved in a whole new wave of... a
high-profile project.
High-profile project.
They're very expensive, these guys.
Well, for some people they are, not for me. Or else I will trash Bob Rock and his family. Bob Rock's life will become a living nightmare.
He's already been paid.
He's already been paid. That's right. He's allowed to enjoy life as we know it.
Bob Rock is still sleeping and his life is already ruined.
Right. No, Bob Rock is now my producer. And if he says no, then he's in trouble. I'm full of myself. I just finished watching the Godfather movie this morning. I woke up at about 2 in the morning. I was watching HBO. They were running The Godfather 2. It was so good, man. What a great scene when Al Pacino walks in to Hyman Roth.
Ooh.
And Hyman Roth is sitting there with his little tray lunch.
Yes.
And Al Pacino is listening to Hyman Roth. Hyman Roth goes, "Hey, Michael Corleone, great to see you. At least you have your health. That's the most important thing." Corleone doesn't say a word. He just gets up, makes the TV loud, and then he sits down and he goes, "Look, we are planning a very big move. Sal Fatagliano is a dead man. He tried to kill me," whatever that guy's name is. Was it Patanza?
Oh, Frank Pentangela.
Yeah. Frank Pentangela is a dead man. He is finished. And Hyman Roth just goes, "Yeah, Frank Pentangela is a big pain in the ass. He's just small potatoes. Nothing to me. Kill him." He's just beautiful.
Do you like that scene in the movie where Frank goes to jail? Yeah. And they can't get him dead, so some guy just goes there and suggests that maybe it would be a good idea if he just opened his wrist.
Yeah, and he does it. Good man.
Nice warm bath.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and relax, Pentangelo? You come to me with someone.
What a great life.
If I could suggest one more guy that I would consider if I was you, it was the guy who did the Ozzy Osbourne album.
All right, what is his name?
It's on the record, but did you ever hear that, the album, the last Ozzy album?
Yes.
He's great.
All right.
Is he a genius? Has he been for a while?
It's an incredible sounding album.
Incredible?
Incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
You know what album I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I heard it.
Right.
I heard the album. It's good. All right, very good.
We have a guest here.
Who is that?
Glenn Scarpelli's here with quite the entourage.
What is he? How did he get an entourage? He's yesterday's news.
He's got no. He's got a manager with him.
Really?
He's got his and the manager. Listen to this.
Glenn Scarpelli, for those of you playing along at home, is a kid I used to have on all the time. I don't know. He disappeared. Remember the show One Day at a Time with Valerie Bertinelli? I remember about 3 years into the show, Mackenzie Phillips got real ugly, and Valerie Bertinelli turned into a real piece of ass. And Bonnie Franklin's eyes got crossed. And then all of a sudden, Bonnie Franklin falls in love with a guy, and then she has a son, a big pain in the ass for a son.
The guy disappears, but she gets his son.
She gets to keep his son?
Yeah.
What a bargain. That's Glenn Scarpelli.
You know, Glenn's not that much of a kid anymore. He's walking around with like a growth of beard and everything.
Oh, is he? He's trying to look like a man?
Yeah.
Well, let's see this.
But he has
an entourage?
He brought his partner. He brought a woman that he said escorted him from L.A.
Really?
Then his manager.
What do you mean escorted him? His girlfriend?
I don't know. He just said
she pretty?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Or he's still not allowed to travel on a plane a lot.
And then his manager brought...
Gary said for a guy who hasn't worked in a while, he's awfully Hollywood, that Glenn Scarpelli.
I'm sure he's got money now. His family took care of the money.
Yeah. Well, Gary says he calls up every day. Hey, man, how you doing, dude? A lot of dudes and mans, right?
Yeah. But, you know, he had his own house in L.A. that his parents lived in, but he owned it.
I see. So he owned his parents' house.
Right. He had the master bedroom, if you remember.
Right.
And the parents had the guest room.
You know, that's got to make you grow up a little bit warped.
Yeah,
Get him in
that's got
here.
to be a nightmare.
Well, let me find out what he's up to.
Okay.
Well, a lot of people wrote this kid off. Now, all of a sudden, he has an entourage. That's Hollywood for you. I love presenting Hollywood to you. One day you're down, the next day you're up.
Let's see what he's doing. Has he moved behind the camera?
You know, just from that stupid couple of years on the show, he's been able to get laid by Major Tukey. Hey, look at you. Hey, you're kind of looking more like a man, but you still look like a little kid. Yeah, but you're looking more like a man.
How you doing,
You got a
Howard?
little growth. How you doing?
Robin.
How are you?
Wipe that phony smile off your face. You've been in L.A. too long. Look at him. Look at that phony smile.
Robin.
No. Why
pointing.
would you say it's phony? I'm
No.
happy to see you guys.
Yeah?
It's been a long time. I haven't seen you guys since like 86.
1986. And what
Really?
happened? Why did you disappear on us?
I moved back to L.A. for a little while.
Right.
The acting-
Weren't you living on a boat for a while?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
The
right.
last time I saw you.
Yes.
Before you guys were on TV or anything. I do want to congratulate you on all your success.
Yeah, all right. Don't kiss my
No,
nose.
I
Go
do.
ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
Go
I'm not
ahead. dude.
kissing that.
All right. Go ahead. Just be a normal person.
Like I am.
Take off that Frank Sinatra T-shirt.
I knew you were going to pick it.
Yeah. So
He's
so
the man.
right.
He's the man.
So you moved to L.A.
I moved to L.A.
and you were living on a houseboat.
I went back to. I had a condo in L.A. and I moved back to L.A. and I had the boat here in New York. But the acting thing was.
Can you imagine this kid? I
Yeah,
figured
he had
was.
a boat, he had a house, he had everything.
And all he did was like play like a third.
He walked in a couple of times.
He
Talked
walked
to
in.
Schneider.
He talked to Schneider. He did like 3 walk-ons with Schneider, and you made a fortune. You haven't worked since, right?
I have not. In fact, as
You have not earned a paycheck since One Day at a Time.
As an actor, no.
No. Isn't
You're
that incredible?
kidding.
Have you earned a paycheck anywhere else?
Yes.
As what?
As I own a production company. Right
Oh,
now
okay,
in
all right.
LA.
He owns a production. Let me tell you something. I tell you something. I encourage parents. I've done a complete reversal on this.
Yeah.
I encourage parents to put their kids in show
See
business.
if your kid has any talent right now.
Aren't you glad your parents did that to you?
I'm glad I was in the business. My parents really didn't do it to me.
Oh,
I begged to be in the business when I was a kid. I really did.
Really?
Yeah.
And you don't find it
Yeah.
it was a drawback at all.
No, not a drawback. But I tell you, when I went back to L.A., I just said, acting, screw it. It just was not happening for me anymore, guys.
Well, wait a second. First of all, you get laid as a result of being on One Day at a Time, true?
Often.
Often. And who's the girl with you today? Is that your new girlfriend?
Tiffany. Yeah, I'm
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
We can
Tiffany.
get girls with
Let me
names
just
like
see what you
Tiffany.
get. Let me see what you get from being on One Day at a Time. How many years were you on
It
that?
has anything to do with being on
Oh,
One Day
okay,
at a Time.
dude. Keep dreaming.
You could ask her.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Be honest.
He doesn't want to be honest with himself.
No, you know what it is? You never lived a life like I did before I got famous. You don't know what women are really like.
I see.
You're completely... Oh, hey, Tiffany. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, you could never get her if you weren't on One Day at a Time.
I met Tiffany. I moved to Sedona, Arizona for a while.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and Tiffany was out in
So Tiffany
Sedona.
was like, oh, wow, Glenn Scarpelli, yeah, I watched that show in rerun.